Are you in the market for a new home? Well, I've always wondered what that process was like because I've never bought a house. So today's guest and Josh are going to teach me what that process is like.
We're going to be teaching you guys about the basics of real estate, investing, buying a home, all those great things that you've always wanted to know about. Hi everyone, I'm Josh Johnson.
And it's Andi.
And welcome to The Perfect Time.
Oh, in the morning, nothing compares to waking up with the sound of the sea.
Oh, you gotta swing.
Davey, I'm gonna swing.
You can't have a house without a swing.
Have you noticed everything we look at has?
I'm seeing the trend here. Area for you two to sit over there and watch the squirrels. So today on the show, we have a very special guest with us today. His name is Josh Henry.
Another one.
Another Josh. There's two of us today.
Oh no!
Can you even tell us apart? It's like
I mean, I don't know with the hair. It's just it's getting a little trippy.
It's a real to be a realtor in 2022. You have to have blonde hair. It's a thing. It's a thing. So Andi, I'm sorry. You used to have blonde hair. So you used to be a realtor, or did you?
I
could have been.
I could have been. No one pointed me in the right direction, so that's what we're here to do, I guess.
And that's what we're here today, guys. We're talking about real estate. This is what I call my brother from another broker, Josh Henry, right over here. Josh Henry.
Brother from another broker.
Ooh.
Colleague.
Competition?
No.
Yeah.
We work together in the industry here.
Okay,
that's
that.
how we do it in real estate.
That.
You know, when our parents were kids, you know, they turned 19, 20,
Yeah.
and they went and bought a house,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, it's like you're 40, 45, and it's like, I think I should buy a house, right? It's later,
Yeah.
right? Why is that? Why
that?
Why are people buying so much later nowadays than they used to when our parents were kids?
I think first off, we have to think about the economy that we're living in now.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, family could be supported on one income.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's not the same, especially living here in Southern California.
Mhm.
So you need multiple incomes to create a household that could be sustained.
What about interest rates, and how does that play in?
There's a trend right now that interest rates are expected to be rising, and they're continuing to go up. So that makes it a little bit more difficult for the first-time homeowners, and we want to make sure that housing is accessible to everybody. So,
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been thinking more about investments lately, but they don't really teach that in schools for some reason,
unfortunately,
right?
they don't.
So that's why we're here.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Today we're teaching Andi how to buy a house. That's
Let's do
going to be the name of the show today is teaching Andy how to buy a home.
Okay,
Yeah, let's
beautiful.
go.
Okay, so
What are your questions, Andi?
I do have
I know you
questions.
have some questions for us.
I do. Okay, so let's say that I've been saving up and I am a first-time buyer.
Mhm.
What are some things that I should be looking out for? Like, what is the whole process of even going and endeavoring into buying a home?
I can take that. I think first off is financials, obviously. So you want to get a good understanding of what you can afford. So whenever I get a new buyer, I send them straight to my lender so that they can be pre-approved. So they can already know what they can afford, where their financial standing is, and we can navigate the market much easier that way when we know what our client can afford.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So know your finances. Be on
Yes.
top of your budgeting, maybe
Yes.
for each month.
Yeah.
And what you've spent, and
Don't
make
buy
better
any
choices.
new cars.
Maybe.
Don't make any big financial choices as
Right.
you are in the market for a home, because it's all going to show up
Mm.
in your credit report. So
Sure.
we don't want to see any big changes like that.
Okay.
Lenders want to be secure that you're going to be able to maintain and afford that monthly payment.
So make sure you're keeping that credit score up
Yeah.
for the
of
lenders.
course.
And lenders are going to be looking at the last 2 years of your
Yeah.
financial situation. So
Yes.
so make sure you have a good 2 years of steady income that they can use to
Correct.
to get your loan.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. Now, I want to invest in my future. Can you talk a little bit about, how buying a home right now is a good investment? Maybe better than just playing with the stock market.
Well, we briefly mentioned that the interest rates are on a trend to continuously rise. So even though that may be something that you want to shy away from,
Yeah.
now is the time you want to jump in, because it's just going to be a continuous trend of starting to go up. So if you buying a house is something that you think you may be able to do now, and even though it may be tough, it may be something that you are so happy that you did in the future.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of stories and a lot of clients that I've worked with that said, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I wish that I would have purchased A, B, C.
Microwave right here. Got some candy corn for the holidays. That's good.
You know,
Sure.
but now
Mhm.
they're not in that position anymore. So I think now is the time for you to jump in.
Okay, all right. So let's say, all right, now is a good time. I don't want to wait and see prices go up. So how do I go about finding a great real estate agent?
Oh,
how
well,
should I,
I'm so glad you asked.
what should I look for?
Let me pull out my card.
All right, Josh.
Which Josh are you talking to?
Which one?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about both.
Maybe
of
we should do a sales pitch
This
here
is
and
a
see which
competition
realtor
edition.
she wants to work with.
Battle.
Oh!
Competition. here.
Realtor
What happened?
battle.
Time for
Okay.
realtor battle. Well, no,
I'll let you take it.
I'll start with that one.
Aw, see, there's
He's so generous. The number one thing, somebody you can trust, right? Somebody who you can trust, right? If you're looking to be represented as a buyer, you don't want to deal with somebody who's super salesy, right? Who's gonna take you to a house. Oh, you gotta buy it. This is wonderful, and tell you all the great things about it. No,
Yeah.
you want to find somebody, right, who is going to be honest and say, "This is what it is," right? And before they do that, they should sit down with you and find out what you actually are looking for, right? So you want to sit down with them. They should be asking you, well, "What do you want? Are you married? Do you have someone else you live with? Do you have kids? How many bedrooms do you want? What city do you want to live in?" Right? They should be asking you all these important questions to find out what your ideal situation is. That way, they don't just take you to a home and say, "Oh, this is great. You should buy it right now. It's super expensive, whatever." Right? So trust is a big thing. Josh, what do you think?
I like what you chimed in on. I would take apart as a question that you always want to ask your buyers is what is important for them. You know, that's usually a question. People start showing people houses. They start showing them properties and streets and areas that they may not want. And there may be that one particular thing that a client is looking for, and you may have never asked them for that. So that's my number one question. After I listen to them, I ask one more time, what is it that's like that deal breaker? What is it that you actually want out of this situation? And a lot of the times that works out to the benefit of everybody.
Well, I love that. So it seems like you both agree on the fact that it's, more about asking questions and tailoring it specifically to your client, which makes sense, of course, and not being overly salesy. So I want to do maybe a little exercise, a little role playing, if you will.
I was prepared for this.
I know you weren't. This is why we do surprises on the show.
Let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to play a client that comes in, and I'm going to be a different kind
Role
of
playing.
client. Role playing. Yes, I am an actress.
She's
and,
an actress.
I shall bring the acting on to the, do what you know.
Please.
I'm not a
away.
real estate agent, so I'm going to be an actor here. All right, so I'm going to play a client with you, and then I'm going to play a client with you, and I'm going to have different needs. And I want to hear what questions you ask me based on that. Is that
That's
okay? All right,
I'm getting a
cool.
little nervous
All
right
right,
now.
who wants to go first?
No, please. Our guest first, of course.
Let's go. I'm ready for
He's
it.
putting you in the
Guess
boiling water
first.
right away.
You know, in
I'm a
this
gentle
business-
person.
Yeah, I
okay?
can
In
see
this
that. No,
business,
you're
you
just
gotta always be
nervous.
ready.
Don't lie. Hey, oh, he's ready. All right. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to play the divorced single mom
Okay.
with 2 kids. But I've been saving up. I work 3 jobs, and I've saved a good amount of income, say $500,000, in order to put towards a home. And I'm coming in, and I've just met you at where would I have met you? Where do you meet real estate agents?
In the supermarket.
That's a supermarket.
Supermarket. I'm grabbing my can of beans and tortillas and queso for my kids, of course, because they're Mexican, half Mexican. And
So you're married to a Caucasian American, not a Mexican person.
well, I guess if we're, because I'm half Mexican, so if I have my kids be half Mexican, my other half would have had to be half Mexican as well. That way 2 halves make, mathematically,
full.
that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. A full. Yes,
go.
2 halves make a full. Math. Okay, so all right. So my ex-husband was half. This is irrelevant.
What are we even talking about?
We're talking about, this is backstory for an actor. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, so why'd you get divorced anyway?
What is
Did you
this?
did you have
Not
3
part of
jobs
the
while?
exercise.
Character development.
Okay,
Let's go.
You're not in the scene, Josh. Okay, this is Josh Henry's
Okay,
scene.
sorry, Josh. Let's
All
make
right.
sure Josh knows.
Josh, you
what
can
he's- what
ask
he's
me
up
any
against.
questions you would if I came into an interview. Okay, so I'm grabbing my beans. We're in the supermarket. I'm so sorry. I dropped all this stuff. I always carry like 5 bags.
So clumsy.
I'm so clumsy. I am so sorry. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Joshua Henry.
Joshua.
And I'm a realtor in this area, and it's so cool to bump into you. I noticed that you have the 2 kids here with you, and you're hustling, busting them around, trying to
they're just
get
running.
the day together. You know what? I can understand that. Yeah, so you live in the area?
Thank you for understanding. I do, and actually, so weird that I just bumped into you because I've been saving up for a home, and I really want to invest to make sure that my kids, have something to inherit and have a good financial future ahead of myself and them. Being a single mom, I'm a single mom. Yes, I just got divorced.
Are you guys selling the old home?
Yeah. So we were renting at the time, so we didn't own a property. That's why I've been saving up. And
so I see you doing your best to make sure you provide a roof over your kid's head, just like any great mother would try to do. That's really cool.
Yeah,
and I can help you with that. I can help you with that process.
Okay.
Yes. Do you have anything saved up?
I do. $500,000 that I saved up over the last 3 years.
Right.
I started saving before my divorce, but I was able to maintain that, and so that's really it. I don't really know anything about the process. Can I go into your office and we can talk about it?
You know what? I think that's something that we could definitely do. Okay. First, I want to set you up with. I'm
just you're distracting.
I wish that all first interactions with clients was this easy, where you bump into somebody and can I go into your office? Can I go into your office and you show me a house?
Right.
I mean,
but
all the emails that we send, trying to get new clients and hey, and she's over here just bumping into you, and can I please come go into your office?
Okay, now we're entering the office.
Okay.
New setting. New environment. All right.
New scene.
All right. There is good. New scene. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Josh, have you ever actually had a client in your office, like physically?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever have, to be honest.
I am the first.
This is 2022. Things are a little different nowadays, but Andy's buying a house in 1920.
So are we on Zoom? Is that how it works?
We are on location. I'm ready to show you houses now.
Okay. Wait, but you haven't asked me what kind of house.
You know what? We're going to have the conversation now.
Okay.
I already have some things lined up.
I got ahead of myself.
How many rooms?
She's really eager. She
How
wants
many
that
bathrooms?
house.
What is your picture? What do you want?
Oh, man. I'm sorry, my kids are running all over the place, and the music's playing.
I'll
hear
watch
you.
it for you. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank
so
you.
A yard.
Thank you.
It sounds like something that would be in your.
That's exactly where I was going.
Right.
You're reading my mind before I even say it. That's amazing. Okay, so I would love a yard. Eventually maybe get a dog for the kids so they can exhaust themselves and each other. And so a yard would be great. I'm thinking like a nice big kitchen with a little island in the middle. I've always wanted that.
Beautiful. Open kitchen, open floor plan.
Open floor plan. I love light. Light makes me feel so happy in the morning, especially I wake up with the light.
Natural light.
So natural light, so I want big windows. That's really important. I can't be in the cave.
Good. I think I have some things that I could show you. But most importantly is, where would you like to live?
Well, being that I have 2 kids, I would love a great school district. I can't afford private schools, so maybe like a good public school area. So maybe I'll do some research, or if you have any suggestions as to like really great schools.
No, Alhambra and Arcadia have really good school districts.
Great.
And they also have some houses that may be right in your price range that I could show you. Single family homes are something that they can offer. They have 2 bedrooms to 4 bedrooms and extra large lawns for your kids and for your family to come over. So I think that we can find something for you there. And if that doesn't work out for you, I think we can continue the process. And whatever your needs are, we're going to make sure they're met.
Oh, thank you so much. You said Josh was your name?
Josh is my name.
Josh. Very nice to meet you, Marcela. I will be calling you, and let's go look at a house.
Let's go.
My first house. Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
What a great client.
Right.
if only life was that easy.
All
Right?
right, well,
easy.
Josh, I think it's your turn.
I want to see this.
I think it's your
Oh
turn.
boy.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Oh
All right.
I was
boy.
I was on the spotlight.
No,
a
you
little
did
bit.
great, man. You did wow.
Yeah.
Not too salesy, like
No, not too much.
No,
I
you're
want
honest.
what the client wants. That's my goal. Is take our time. We're not in a rush.
Not in a
I
rush.
think that's big thing that's going on in this industry right now. Is everybody's in a rush.
Not a lot of inventory.
Not a lot of inventory
Not a lot of
right now.
inventory.
So everybody's in a rush to get something right now. So if you just take your time, go with the flow, what's right will come to you.
Okay. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I trust that. I really do believe that. Yeah, time will tell. But at the same time, you got to be ready to move when
You gotta
the
be ready when you're
opportunities
ready.
present themselves. I love that philosophy. I totally agree. All right, Josh, are you ready?
I'm
Let's
ready.
go, Josh.
Go
All
ahead.
right, here we go. Okay. So I am a Beverly Hills, how would you call it? Like housewife, but I don't have kids yet. I don't even know if I want kids. I like my man to provide. And I haven't.
I'm sorry, did you want to buy a house or something?
No.
Whatever you want to give me, I'll
You don't
take.
want to know about me?
I want to know all about you.
No, that's
Please.
fine.
I love knowing about my clients.
No, that's fine. It was great meeting you.
Burn. Hey, you know what?
Okay.
I know a great guy named Josh Henry. I'm going to give you his card. He'd be happy to work with you. He's a fantastic
Thanks
real
for
estate
the
agent.
referral.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow.
And that's how the referral industry works, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'll take 25% of that deal. Thank you, Josh. You do all the work. You deal with the Beverly Hills
And I'll
nightmare
take
over
the
here.
difficult.
That's okay. I don't need the referral. I got enough business.
Wow. Okay.
We're cutting all this out.
We are not cutting any of this out. Oh, my favorite part. Jokes aside, I do have some questions. I've heard the term escrow kind of tossed around a little bit as Andi.
Could be a scary term. That's what
I've
it is.
looked, yeah,
Yeah.
and as I have been educating myself a little bit on it, just I want to hear in your words, simplify for me as if I've never even seen the word. What is escrow and how does it function in real estate?
How I would answer that, escrow is the middleman.
Okay.
You want someone to. It's a lot of funds, a lot of money that's being transferred between the two parties. So you can't necessarily trust the other end. So you want somebody that's going to hold that cash and make sure that it's transferred safely and make sure that everybody on each end is getting done what they're supposed to get done so that the transaction goes smoothly.
Okay.
I hope that was good enough.
No, that was great.
Yeah.
And to add on that, okay, this is what I didn't know. Okay, high school, college, because they don't teach you what escrow is, right? It's just kind of a scary word.
Yeah.
If you're not in the industry, if you haven't bought a house, I pictured it as a bunch of people sitting around a table, passing papers, negotiating, signing things, passing checks, and having this stare-down conversation. That's how I pictured escrow, okay? Reality is nothing like it, okay?
Not at all.
It's a bunch of emails just shooting around, okay? And the way I describe it, okay, you have your real estate agent, and he's just getting emails and passing this person, right? You're passing it to your transaction coordinator if you have one, okay? And that's passing it to escrow, and escrow's having this person sign this and this person sign this. It's just a bunch of emails. That's literally how it is. It's not, you're never actually sitting in a room together.
Not at all.
That doesn't exist. And that's how in my mind, this whole escrow home buying experience was. Most of this today is done on the phone and via email, right?
Yeah, totally agree. The phone and email, back and forth conversations. Escrow, they handle all of that. You want to make sure, like, on the other end that people are getting done what they're supposed to be getting done in a timely manner. To me, that is the most important thing or the most important aspect of escrow. Because you have agents and other clients and other agents that you're working with that are not functioning in a timely manner. And I think that escrow kind of puts the pressure on them because escrow also has a time limit that you set.
Oh, okay. That's helpful.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
We got everything from 15-day escrows to 30-day escrows to 60-day escrows.
Wow.
And
what is the difference? I mean, what?
You want to close the quickest you
Of
can.
course, yeah.
So on that note, right, that's something that as a buyer, your buyer's agent is going to write in the offer what the timeline for escrow closing will actually be, right? So if you are a seller, you might be really interested in seeing someone who has a shorter escrow, right? You don't want a long, drawn-out 30-day escrow. You want, 20 days of closing sounds great, right? So that's going to be something that's appealing to a seller, a shorter escrow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. From what I've heard now, just as agents, you have the responsibility of interacting with people, and then you have a ton of paperwork and transactional email things to work with or for.
Go ahead.
What do you think I was going to ask?
I want to chime in on that real quickly because, again, you got me excited because, again, one of the things I think that people think about in their head is paperwork, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Most of this paperwork is done on the computer. Mm-hmm. It's never actually put into paper. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's forms and it's signed digitally most of the time.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because I can't imagine you ever being excited about sitting in front of a computer for longer than 3 seconds. I want to know what drew you and what you're passionate about regarding real estate. Because, Josh, I know that you don't do anything without actually having your heart behind it. And you wouldn't have become a real estate agent without that.
That's true. Very true. So is that your question?
Yeah.
That's your question.
Did my question make sense?
No, it 100% does. Okay. You're exactly right. I genuinely don't do anything, nothing serious in life, unless it has a reason, has a purpose. Mm-hmm. And just making money, that's not a good enough reason, right? Yeah. You can make money doing anything.
But you love making money. I do know that.
I do love making money. Yeah. I do love making money. But you can make money doing anything, right? So how you're going to spend your time and your energy to do that, because we all need to make money, but how you're going to spend your time and your energy to do that is what actually matters, right? So to answer your question, what I'm passionate about in real estate is simply, and I know it sounds cliche, but it's helping people. It's helping people. I love the feeling of closing escrow and somebody tells you, Josh, thank you so much. This was my dream home. You connected me to this. This is amazing. You didn't push me. You just showed me exactly what I needed to see, and you helped me. You helped me make my dreams come true. I love that.
And actually, I know that you're not just saying that.
What a cool idea for him to put his artwork in the homes that he's selling.
Yeah.
Iconic.
It's a little bit of your heart. I mean, everything that you work on in terms of your art also has a little of your heart in it.
You're so
I thought that's a beautiful visual as to, what you're saying is actually...
Leaving a little piece of you in their home.
No!
Leaving a little piece of you.
I would say leaving a little heart. A little piece of Josh's heart.
Yeah, okay.
Buy a home from Josh Johnson, I'll leave a little piece of me in your home. For you at the home. Just toss it in.
Toss it in.
Oh my goodness. Well, what about you, Josh? Josh.
I think what drew me to real estate, my family and I used to just casually on the weekend do open houses or go and visit open houses and go see the model homes and things like that. Yeah, developing neighborhoods. I have a lot of family that was always trying to move and go to different locations, so they were always looking.
I love that. Adventures. Yes.
So once I got introduced to that, I started to realize, I love this. I would even take my little camcorder with me and film walking through the homes, because I just enjoyed that part. I enjoyed whoever was giving us the tours and whatnot.
So this was since you were young?
Since I was young. I loved doing that. I loved seeing a lot of different architecture, a lot of different styles of homes, a lot of different areas. That was really cool to me.
I'm actually with you because I know you're also an artist. And you have other interests that in artistic style. So I think you think like an artist.
Yes.
And I can imagine that seeing how different people live and different kind of designs is really cool.
It's awesome. That's exactly, you couldn't have said it better.
Oh,
design.
I would buy a house from you, Josh.
Yeah. Come on, I'm ready for you.
Yes.
I'll hang you my card after the interview.
So on that note of Josh being an artist, he actually has another name. It's Josh the Dancing Realtor. So I'm going to show you guys now some footage of Josh in action. If you have him sell your house, he's running an open house, you might get a little piece of this. Let's take a look.
Oh, red! Oh my gosh! All the effects you added in there. That's super fun.
The Dancing Realtor, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Realtor. Looks like you're leaving a little piece of your heart behind as well. It's a little
you all gotta leave a little bit of something.
Oh, the artists. Yes, I love this. I love it.
Aside from being a fantastic real estate agent, Josh is also an accomplished dancer and choreographer.
Awesome.
Can we talk about that for a second,
Yeah.
Josh? I mean,
Yes.
you. How long were you in dance for?
Oh my goodness, I've been dancing since the age of 9.
Age of
I
9.
started off in musical theater.
Yes,
Yeah.
me too. Musical theater life. Oh my gosh, what's your favorite musical?
Oh, The Wiz,
Yes.
my favorite.
Gosh, oh man,
hmm
he's on down the road.
He's on down the
Cannot.
road.
Once you listen to it, you can't get it out of your head. Okay,
No,
but
not at all.
continue. Okay.
Yeah, so I then I got into competitive all-star cheerleading.
Wow.
I learned a lot of my acrobatic skills.
Oh, so you're both acrobats. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And from there, I was able to use my skill set further on in life.
Huh.
That's where I met Josh,
Hey.
honestly. Yeah, me and him both worked for a company. It was a traveling competition circuit.
Oh.
And I came on as an entertainer, and Josh was working there for a while, right?
Worked there for 5 years.
Wow.
5 years. A great time. It
Yeah.
was a great time. Josh and I go way back.
Way back. In the entertainment industry, a lot of us go from gig to gig,
Yeah.
apartment to apartment,
Aw.
not really saving up our money. And a lot of us think that it's very difficult to get into owning a home or owning a condo.
Or impossible.
Impossible.
They don't even see it.
So
Yeah.
I want to show our demographic that it is possible,
Mm.
just with a little bit of planning and a little bit of education and understanding.
Mm.
And with the right realtor, you could own possibly your own home or condo.
I love that. Or realtors.
Or realtors.
Working together.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's
Teamwork.
It's all about working together,
I
bro.
love
Oh,
this.
teamwork.
Collaboration.
Well, let me speak on that note for a minute because
Yeah.
everybody's different,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Everyone's different.
Everybody
So as similar as Josh and I are, and we get along so great, we have different styles, right? Josh wears a blazer out in the field. I like to wear what I like to wear, maybe a polo, right? But everyone's different. So our clients are different,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So our clients are going to want to get along with somebody who kind of matches or mirrors their personality.
Correct.
So it's not that
So
anyone
you're
is.
saying it's like chemistry.
It's like chemistry.
Much.
Okay, that's
It's
much like being an
chemistry.
actor too, because we do chemistry weeks,
Yeah.
right? When you're in callbacks, they bring someone in.
Finding your real estate agent is like a chemistry read.
It's a
Yeah.
chemistry read. Okay.
Who do you get along with?
Have
I
to
get
click.
it.
Who can you trust, right?
Yeah.
Who do you vibe with? Who can you communicate easily
Correct,
with,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anyone's
Yeah.
bad or not great. It's just who do you get along with?
I
This
love
guy
that.
knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just how people jive. And that's what you
Yeah.
want to find in a real estate agent. Someone
Yeah.
who you can talk to easily and build that relationship with.
I love that. And so then when it comes to collaborating and team building for yourself, you maybe recognize in those moments when you have a client that you know instinctively, oh, they're going to get along really well with this friend of mine.
So if I find somebody who's like, I love dancing. I love dancing. I want to watch dancing all the time. I'm gonna say, you know what? I got the perfect guy for you.
Yeah.
His name's Josh too. Okay,
Wow.
Josh Henry. I'm gonna give you his card. Give him a call. He's gonna
Send
dance
him
you.
this way, man. Send him this way.
He's gonna dance you right in open houses. You're gonna love him.
Send him this
Love
way.
that.
But you know what? Also, Andy, like you said, sometimes we get really, really busy. And having these relationships and managing these relationships it becomes really difficult when you're in the field, going from house to house. You got to show these people around. It takes a lot of our time. So that's where referrals also come into play. So if I get too busy, like I often do, I
Ooh,
often
you're
send
high in
referrals
demand.
to my friend
I
over
love
here.
that. Noted.
Yeah.
Great point, because if you try to manage it all at once, you won't do one thing well,
Yeah.
right? So you want to make sure that you're
Well
really
put.
attending
Well
or
put.
being attentive
Yeah.
to your current clients.
Correct.
Wow, I love that. So that's
Yeah.
really valuing their time and yours,
Yeah.
and then making sure that somebody else can be there and get a piece of the pie, if you will.
Right.
And
When I send them to Josh, I always know they're in good hands.
Oh,
Right?
Ah.
Likewise,
See?
Blaine. Likewise.
Okay.
Aw,
Yeah.
so much love in the room.
Oh, let's get a clink on that.
Let's go, right?
I'm just,
Let's get a clink.
yay.
Oh.
Aw.
Don't forget Andy. This is an example of escrow right here. This is a real
There we
example.
go. The middleman. Perfect.
Josh,
Yeah.
is it a good time to buy a home?
Oh, it's the perfect time.
Perfect time.
Hey!
Josh,
Cheers.
cheers.
Guys.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much for being on the show.
Thank you guys so much for having me on.
And see.
like you.